This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Running backs are leading performers, leading three of the area's leading teams to Week 5 victories, led by Granite Hills' Tayshawn Brown. The Cougars senior scored 4 touchdowns in Granite's win over Mark Keppel, a victory that helped lift the Cougars 3 slots higher in the CIF Division 13 rankings. Granite Hills is ranked 7th. Tayshawn Brown carried just 7 times for 192 yards as the Cougars improved to 4-1 on the year, the best start yet for fourth-year coach Alex Gonzalez. The Cougars try for win number 5 when they take on Excelsior's Eagles in Week 6. Adelanto's Hosea Stokes scored 4 touchdowns to lead the Saints past highly ranked Fountain Valley, Adelanto's 5th win without a loss. Hosea Stokes rushed for 3 touchdowns and added a defensive touchdown, running a fumble back 80 yards for the game's first score. He also added a pair of pass interceptions to his homecoming night of heroics. The Saints' 37-26 win over Division 8 Fountain Valley, solidifying the Saints' number 2 ranking in CIF Division 13, same division as Granite Hills. First-year coach Gali Wadud takes Adelanto up against Whittier Christian next. The highly anticipated encounter with Desert Sky League counterpart Granite Hills will be October 26th. Apple Valley stuck with their ground game to stick it to hapless LaSalle with running back Donovan Ferguson scoring 5 first-half touchdowns for the undefeated Sun Devils. Donovan Ferguson is Apple Valley's leading ground gainer on the year, having surpassed 600 yards rushing in 5 games. Apple Valley's 78-0 thumping of LaSalle keeps them at the number 2 ranking in Division 5. Matt Rohrbaugh's Sun Devils have a bye in Week 6. 2 and 3, Oak Hills drops 2 places in the Division 4 poll down to 6th after hanging with top-ranked Cajon in another tough loss for Robert Kistner's Bulldogs. Oak Hills also a bye in Week 6. The Bulldogs open league play September 28th, hosting 2 and 3 Sultana. 4 and 1, Serrano stays at 7th in Division 6 rankings. Casey Mahalchek's Diamondbacks tangle with the Hesperia Scorpions to open Mojave River League play September 28th, following Serrano's bye week. First-year coach John Stewart's Victor Valley Jackrabbits go to 0-4 Rancho Cucamonga this week. The Jackrabbits enter Week 6 seeking to even their record at 3-3. Rafael Genorio's 1-4 Silverado Hawks host yet another formidable foe, Division 4's 4th-ranked Yucaipa Thunderbirds, a team coached by former Granite Hills coach and Apple Valley quarterback Justin Price. Despite their pre-league record, the Hawks still prevail as favorites to repeat as Desert Sky League champions. Rafael Genorio has never balked at scheduling the toughest non-league foes he can find in preparing his teams for league play and the playoffs. The Hawks' DSL opener adds to the list of powerful opponents. Silverado goes to Adelanto to open league play Thursday, September 27th. The Victor Valley College Rams remain on the road this week and remain in search of win number 1 after falling to powerful Southwestern in their last outing. The Rams' next home game is the last Saturday in September, the 29th, against the Santa Monica Corsairs.
The Community Table Restaurant Online Sports Report. Action highlights brought to you by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting Victor Valley teams and athletic programs.
Re-elect Richard Dick Sowers to the Apple Valley Unified School District School Board. The Apple Valley Unified School District is rock solid in rising above tide after tide of changes that erode California's public schools system. Dick Sowers seeks your vote. His leadership has helped Apple Valley Unified School District stay ahead of the curve in preparing students for their future, putting learning to work. But you can't hit if you don't swing. Your vote is needed to swing this very important election that will decide the future direction of the Apple Valley Unified School District. Re-elect Richard Dick Sowers to the Apple Valley Unified School District School Board. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive. The world-class auctioneers at I-15 Auctions. Bid fast, bid last. I-15 Auctions. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. And Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting high desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. Victor Valley College scores on a pair of touchdown passes, a 1-yard plunge, and this pass interception in the first half, before imploding the second half and seeing Chaffee overcome a 22-point deficit to beat the Rams 41-35. The sting of defeat overshadows outstanding plays on offense and defense by Rams players from local high schools. A pair of ex-Granite Hills Cougars play large. Defensive back Carlos Maharas, a pass interception. Andrew Glass, clutch touchdown reception on a 4th down call. Former Apple Valley Sun Devil Nathan Crouch, 7, huge sack, forcing the Panthers into a field goal attempt. Fellow former Sun Devils teammate Mossy Bell, a sack, forcing Chaffee into another field goal try. Ex-Silverado Hawk, now Rams defensive back supreme, Dana Jenkins, punt returns, setting up a pair of VBC scoring drives. This is Marique Pitts, an 8-yard gain for a Rams first down on their opening possession. The Rams gained more rushing yards in this possession than Chaffee's defense had allowed against the rush the week before against LA Harbor. On their next possession, first down at their 26, Evan Nelson unloads to Samaj Brewer, who has raced past the Panthers secondary and takes it all the way for a 74-yard touchdown. Samaj Brewer, 6'2", 180-pound freshman wide receiver from Kansas City. It is Evan Nelson to Kadeem Richards for the 2-point conversion, and the Rams take the lead 8-3. Just under 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Watch 7. Nathan Crouch. He sacks Chaffee's quarterback on a 3rd and goal at the 8, forcing the Panthers to settle for a field goal on this first quarter possession. Nathan Crouch, 6'3", 260-pound sophomore defensive end out of Apple Valley High School. On this 3rd and 6 at their own 41, Evan Nelson hits Marique Pitts on the swing pass. Marique Pitts, 31 yards into Panthers territory to the 28. Marique Pitts, a gain of 11 to the 17, but this drive ends on back-to-back quarterback sacks that end the first quarter and begin the second. Carlos Maharas picks off the Panthers' pass and runs it back 19 yards. Carlos Maharas, sophomore defensive back out of Granite Hills. 4th and goal at the 10. Landon Rowland hits Andrew Glass on the slant, and the 6'3" wide receiver stretches to the goal line for the Rams' second touchdown. It's 14-6. VBC at 14-12 in the second quarter. Watch now for 6'5", Jeremiah Jackson, 20. He deflects the pass into the air, and Ishmael Jones runs under it, carrying it into the end zone for what goes down as a 7-yard pass interception for a touchdown. The elated Ishmael Jones is a 6'3", 230-pound freshman defensive lineman out of Coronado High School in Las Vegas. It is 20-6 Rams, a minute 36 into the second quarter. The two-point conversion attempt from the 3-yard line, Evan Nelson rolls right and fires to Kadeem Richards, who cradles the pass just before falling out of the end zone. The two-point conversion gives Victor Valley College a 16-point lead. Kadeem Richards is listed at 5'9", 170, a first-year Ram out of Monticello High School in New York. The Rams line up for two-point conversion attempts following every touchdown due to the absence this day of their regular place kicker. Role reversal for Rams number 35, linebacker Mossy Bell, who sacks the quarterback on this 3rd and long. Mossy Bell was a standout quarterback at Apple Valley, throwing game-winning touchdown passes in Bell Game 47 and 48 victories his junior and senior seasons for the Sun Devils. The Mossy Bell sack has forced Chafee to try a 46-yard field goal. It sails far short, and Dana Jenkins takes it on one hop at the goal line. The former Silverado Hawk returns it 33 yards, as once again the Rams' defense rises to the occasion in what is becoming a dominating performance in the first half. This is a time-consuming, run-oriented drive that leads to the Rams' 4th touchdown. Evan Nelson carries for 4 yards to the 1. Evan Nelson, 6'3", 185-pound sophomore out of Crescenta Valley High School. On 4th and goal at the 1, Darius Burgos burrows to the goal line. Is he in? Sebastian Sanchez, 72, cues the referee's call. Sebastian Sanchez, 6'2", 285, a sophomore from Mission, Texas. 6 points, Rams. Darius Burgos, 6'1", 210-pound freshman from Richmond, Virginia. The Rams take a 22-point lead into the Hawk Stadium locker room at the half, but this is the last time we see a pleasant expression from 19-year head coach Dave Hoover this night. The Rams do not score again until the final minute of the ball game. A touchdown set up by this outstanding pass reception by wide receiver Bernard Marshall, whose diving catch brings Victor Valley all the way up to the 11, a 55-yard reception. Bernard Marshall, freshman wide receiver from Miami. On 4th down and goal at the 7, Evan Nelson hits Kadeem Richards for the touchdown, giving Victor Valley College 34 points and their 3rd touchdown scored on a 4th down play. Darius Burgos scores the 2-point conversion. Problem is Chafee comes out the second half and scores 35 unanswered points, and the Panthers escape with the 41-36 victory. We could rationalize by saying the ball just does not bounce Victor Valley's way the second half. For sure, the Rams' defense, though, is not at greater fault for the second half breakdown. 3 Chafee touchdowns are scored on Rams' offensive turnovers, 2 pass interceptions for touchdowns, and another 6 points when a high snap in punt formation sails into the end zone and is recovered by Chafee. A Rams offense that scored 3 first-half touchdowns is inconsistent as well as mistake-prone the second half. Outstanding second effort here by Marique Pitts, whose 51 yards on 12 carries leads VVC ball carriers this game. 3 Rams defenders top the tackles chart this game with 6 stops. 6'5", Jeremiah Jackson. Remember, he blocked the pass interception by Ishmael Jones for a touchdown. 3 solo tackles. Jeremiah Jackson, a 220-pound freshman from Las Vegas. Watch for 5, Christian Roper. He comes in to polish off the quarterback, tripped up by Lucio Monroy. Christian Roper, 6 tackles this game. Add 9 the week before. The freshman linebacker from New Jersey leads the team with 15 tackles in 2 games. The Rams have their share of bad breaks, too. Ishmael Jones blocks this Panthers punt but Chafee is called for illegal procedure before the snap, nullifying the play. Dana Jenkins is the third Rams defender in on 6 tackles on the night, 4 of them solo tackles. Lucio Monroy, 44, and Braxton Victor, 47, combined to throw the ball carrier for a loss on this play. The Rams have road games at Southwestern in Santa Ana before returning home September 29th to host the Santa Monica Corsairs. Griner Buick GMC in Victorville brings you Victor Valley College Rams action highlights. Griner, the best damn used cars, period. Griner Buick GMC, proud to support Victor Valley College sports teams and Rams activities. Atalanta's Hosea Stokes scores 4 touchdowns to lead the Saints to an upset win over Fountain Valley, Atalanta's 5th win in a row, a 37-26 homecoming victory over the high-ranked Division 8 Barons. Atalanta's first touchdown comes courtesy of the defense. Hosea Stokes picks up the loose ball and carries 80 yards to put the Saints ahead 7-0 in the first quarter. Hosea Stokes, touchdown number 2, the fleet-footed junior, slashes past one would-be tackler and races 31 yards 1 minute into the second quarter. Marshawn Buchanan scores from 9 yards out to make it 21-13 Saints with just under 3 minutes remaining before halftime. The Saints respond to Fountain Valley's second quarter touchdown with the Hosea Stokes 7-yard run with 40 seconds on the clock before intermission. But the Barons add a third second quarter touchdown with 7 seconds to go before halftime. Atalanta's lead is 28-19 at the half. This play begins at the 40. Hosea Stokes cuts back against the grain and outruns Fountain Valley's last line of defenders, the game's last touchdown, 1:38 into the fourth quarter. The final, Atalanta 37, Fountain Valley 26. How big the win?
Man, it's real big. Everybody was saying that we were going to lose, saying we was the underdogs, that we haven't been playing nobody, and we have to come out and show up. I want to thank my brothers for coming out here and going to war with me, and I'm just so thankful. Thank God and everybody.
This online sports report presented by Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Family owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, supporting teams, schools, and athletes throughout the Victor Valley. Silverado wide receiver Devin Gandy catches 3 long-distance scoring passes in the third quarter and 5 overall in the Hawks' battle against Division I powerhouse Valencia. Senior quarterback Anthony Jackson throws the 5 scoring passes in the high-scoring encounter against the visiting Vikings. The long-range bombs do not match Valencia's potent offense, however. The Hawks fall 58-35. This 80-yard scoring play launches Silverado's third quarter surge that cuts into Valencia's 38-7 halftime lead. The 5 touchdown receptions this night give the 5'10", 150-pound junior speedster 7 touchdowns on the year. This 61-yarder, less than a minute later, helps the Hawks reduce most of the second half to a 2-possession comeback bid by Coach Rafael Genorio's Midnight Blue Wrecking Crew. The Wrecking Crew connotation refers to the Hawks' awesome defensive interior play spearheaded by the unstoppable Tequil Obana, the 5'10", 265-pound defender who was all CIF last season, the Desert Sky League Defensive Player of the Year. Tequil Obana, 57, teams with middle linebacker Tino Mao, 8, to form the most formidable, devastating interior tandem in the high desert. Obana and Mao enter this contest averaging a combined 20 tackles a game. Tino Mao, listed at 5'11" and 215 pounds, leads the team in total tackles and solo tackles. These two personify play hard every down defense. This, a touchdown saving tackle near the goal line late in the fourth quarter against the Vikings. What this pair does is force the opposition to go to their passing game in order to move the ball effectively against the Hawks. That's been each opponent's mode of operation in Silverado's first 3 contests of this 2018 campaign. Tequil Obana and Tio Mao have a number of partners in prime-time defensive highlights. Number 50, senior linebacker Michael Mao, recovering this fumble caused by 32 Ryan Daniels' hard-hitting tackle. Ryan Daniels will also intercept a pass this game. Next game for the Hawks at Division 5 foe Corona against a Panthers team that is 2-1 to start the year.
Don Lager and Midway Home Solutions hosts their 5th annual High Desert Marines Car and Motorcycle Show Saturday, September 29th. We flash back to the first Midway Car Show to benefit the High Desert Marines.
Hey, Terry, I've invited a couple of my friends in. We're having a little car show here at Midway today, and Cruising Buddies is here. We got a lot of car clubs from the High Desert, and today we're celebrating over the High Desert Marines is running this whole operation today. And the High Desert Marines is out of Barstow, and they do a lot for the retired Marines, and they help we got the young Marines here today. We're going to have the color guard here today. We're going to have the flag salute. We got big doings going today. Our biggest showing today is from the Cruising Buddies from Apple Valley, California. And if these are just a few of the guys, there's what, 108 members in our group. And if you want to pan the cars, all these cars right here are from Apple Valley, Victorville, Hesperia. And I think some of these are the nicest cars on the High Desert. There's no doubt about it.
My name's Craig.
Craig, and what do you got here, Craig?
I got a 47 Buick Roadmaster convertible.
Okay, Don's going to talk to you here. Ask him about it, Don.
Okay, it's all Buick, he says, and he's got a 455 in it, Roadmaster. 47 Buick, and this thing is beautiful.
How long have you had this, Don?
I started this in 201.
Wow.
And it took me like 3 years, I thought. Then it went from 3 to 5 years. And then I parked it for a while, never showed it. Then I took it out and showed it. And we've won Route 66. We've won quite a few awards and had a good time.
And how'd you hear about the show?
Well, the word's been out for a while. Last week we had a show over at Maxwell's in Apple Valley, and the word was out. And of course, Don, being a great supporter of classic cars and a great guy in town here, everybody wanted to come out and support this first annual show, especially with the High Desert Marines being so involved. We got to support those guys. So, a great turnout today, great weather, couldn't be better.
What did you drive in, Alan?
Brought in my little 53 Chevy here that I've had for about 10 years. It's an original car, all stock motor, transmission, power glide transmission, and I always take this car to every car show I get an opportunity.
Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
All right. Glenn, what'd you drive in today?
I drove a 1940 Deluxe Coupe Ford.
How long have you had it, Glenn?
Had it about 10 years.
Thank you for being here and a part of this so successful inaugural car show.
Well, it's an effort that Don has put on. He's done a heck of a job, and it's for an unbelievably good cause.
Thanks for being here.
Okay, we got Ed here. He's part of Cruising Buddies also, and we're going to talk about his car.
All right.
It's a 1969 Camaro. It's an RSSS. It's a fairly rare car. They only did about 100 of them in the yellow-black houndstooth. To the best of our knowledge, there are maybe 10, maybe 11 of them left. It's all original car, nothing altered, just as it came out of the factory.
Did you buy this one new?
No, I've had it 14 years. Yeah, I wish
Wow.
I did.
That's a long time, though.
Yeah.
Who's this character, Don?
This is Dennis Johnson. I've known him for, 50 years maybe.
Since you guys were 2 and 3 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Dennis, what'd you bring here today? What'd you drive in?
Drove in the 57 Chevy, the black one here.
With those naughty children in front?
Oh yeah, with those.
Bad
I
kids.
wore out my kids back in the 60s and 70s, taking them to car shows, and that's the way they acted. So
Okay.
we're just kind of bringing them back.
Thanks for you and the Cruising Buddies being here and such a part of a successful inaugural event.
Great show.
Thanks
Good
for coming
turnout.
out, Dennis. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
Don.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
This is 49 Chevrolet Styleline 2-door sedan. This vehicle is my dad's first new car. He bought it Guarantee Chevrolet San Diego, 1949 for $1,292.46 with undercoating.
Ladies and gentlemen, a card was just
Thank you
handed
for
to
being
me.
here, Gary.
You're welcome.
Don, is this a bigger turnout than you expected?
You know, we didn't expect we have over 150 cars and motorcycles here today, and I'm very, very proud of all these guys that showed up today.
Who's this character that showed up?
Okay, we have Sheriff John McMahon here. I'm honored to have him here today, and that's wonderful that he stopped by. John, say a few words.
Well, Don, thanks for having me. What a great event. The High Desert Marines raising money to help the Veterans Home in Barstow. What a great, great beneficiary. This is a huge deal for not only the Victor Valley, but to help those Marines that are in the Veterans Home in Barstow. Couldn't pick a better cause, let me tell you.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for coming out today, John. We appreciate it.
Who you got here, Don?
Okay, this is Roger, and he's going to talk about his car here. He's from Cruising Buddies.
What'd you bring into the Cruising Buddies show today?
It's a 1969 Cadillac convertible, DeVille.
Thank you.
425 horsepower, 470 motors.
Roger's been here a long, long time.
Yeah, 64.
Wow. Lee, what'd you drive in today?
1933 Ford 5-window coupe.
All right. Thank you for being here, and congratulations on being such a part of a successful inaugural car show.
Thank you. We always support Don and whatever he does, and Cruising Buddies also support every charity event in the High Desert.
Thank you.
This is our first annual car show here at Midway, and the High Desert Marines have sponsored it from Barstow, and we've had a wonderful day. We have had over 140 cars and motorcycles here. And I want to thank everybody for showing up, and thanks for your donations. I really appreciate it.
And it all
Don
goes
from Midway, thank you very much.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive. The world-class auctioneers at I-15 Auctions. Bid fast, bid last. I-15 Auctions. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. And Ewan Zach Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.